This News 5 film represents the only pictures that exist of the Cuyahoga River fire on June 22, 1969. That is in part because it was almost an afterthought. The story of a fire on a river today would be national news, but in 1969, it was a Sunday. It wasn't the worst fire on the river, and it most certainly wasn't the first, but what it was the last, because it came at a time when the mood in America was changing about the condition of our waterways, and the Cuyahoga, it was about to become the poster child. A story would appear less than 6 weeks later in Time magazine, showing the river ablaze, images that would shock a nation into action. Truth be told, the massive flames they showed with tugboats ablaze was not the 1969 fire, but one 17 years earlier in 1952. Nevertheless, Cleveland Mayor Carl Stokes and his newly elected Congressman brother Lewis would go before Congress demanding action, helping to get passed the Clean Water Act and the very creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, which lists on its webpage the '69 fire as one of the key events in its formation. Cleaning up the river has taken all those 50 years, and Ohio's leaders will tell you that continuing to protect it,
it's a constant struggle.
For 3 years in a row, funding for the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative that protects the Great Lakes has been almost entirely cut, only to be restored at the last minute as part of a bipartisan pushback. That's money that helps to protect the lake from invasive species and algal blooms.
We've got to be vigilant about keeping this lake clean. It's too bad for our public health and for our fishing industry and for tourism and just people's just safety.
But for now, this river, once held up nationally as an example of what is wrong, is now celebrated nationally for what is right. John Kasich, News 5.